So this is the starting point. This document obviously is not where we want to stay. So what you want to do is you want to actually go and say, okay, I want to replicate what you wanted to actually get some stuff from regress. So how does regress work? And to do that, I will have a quick look at the regress API, regress webpage. And so when we look at this, we see how regress works. And in here, this case, we see all these APIs. So listing users. So this is how it works. You can also, so this is what it works. If you do page 1, it will return you 1 page, first page, etc. And yes, it adds some advertisement information. So yes, you can. So this is how you get this. But so the idea is that rather than getting the content of your HTML page, so going back to, we use actually this API to get us this content. That content. So this is we have this information about the user. How do we then use this information? So this user, it will even tell us how many pages we have it. So we can ask for a single user, this, etc. You could have a user not found, etc. So this is an example API that you might be able to find in reality. So going back to PyCharm, what we have here, what we want to do there is to say, okay, we have our users page that has these table rows. So this is a user. So we basically need to fill in this information from whatever we get from regress. So this is where our code is going to live. We need to connect it to our users document. This is just what you have been doing for the last JavaScript exercise. So we create a script document tag and src equals js/script.js. And yes, completion is really, really cool. Now we can do something in our script. So we start with, say, you can do something like document, the stuff that I told you not to do, document.write, app was here. This is valid JavaScript. So when we open the, when we go back to the browser thing, it should actually be able to now use this. Yeah, document.write is not necessarily the best approach to do things, but we can see that it does something. What we want to do instead is to actually add some event listeners normally. So you would call something called init page or something like that. There's also a property on your document objects called onload that you can say, okay, when you finish loading, call this function. That's normally the way you do it.